The contract and asset management modules were designed initially to help our clients gain better insight into their contract terms and commitments. One of my challenges as an IT leader was always understanding who my suppliers were and what my terms and commitments were to each one of those suppliers. In the past, I've used file shares, I've used SharePoint lists, but it was always, where is my information consolidated? Where's my single pane of glass that I can go to for my information around contract management and insights? So what this module is basically bringing that information together. It's a single place for you to store your contracts, your terms, your conditions, and map all of your data points together. So the way we start off with is we want to give you a holistic view in terms of a Gantt chart of your spend commitment. And there's two types of spend commitments. One's annual spend, one's monthly spend. And when you look at your spend commitment, there are a couple things you want to consider. What's your term commitment in terms of your start date and end date? And second to that is, when do you have to notify that specific supplier that you're looking to renegotiate those terms and conditions? That's considered your evergreen date, your evergreen clause, or your renewal date. And if you don't notify the supplier by that date, you're automatically renewed for another term. What we've done here is built a dashboard to allow an engagement, a conversation, a collaboration between IT teams, procurement teams, and come up with a plan of attack to address upcoming renewals so that you're not caught on your heels. Last thing you want to do is be caught on your heels and all of a sudden, up, I'm in for another term and have to explain to your CIO and CFO, I didn't know. I made a mistake. You want to be ahead of the game. You want to be able to tell your leadership, hey, we have a renewal coming up with supplier X, and it's our opportunity to renegotiate the terms or look at alternate suppliers. So building on that, we take our supplier view and we look at our contracts. And in this case, I'm going to look at the Zoom contract. And if I click on the Zoom contract, you can quickly see all the data points that we're collecting on the various data elements in terms of your monthly recurring commitment, your annual commitment charges, your term, and so forth. We can attach files here and we can attach assets. Assets are physical or virtual components that may be associated with the contract, maybe line items and so forth. And so here we're looking at specifically maybe a Zoom phone. And so we can look at the Zoom phone as a line item on the contract. We can take notes on it, associated support cases to it, on what's been escalated to our team, which we'll talk about later. But the contract and asset components play very closely together within the engagement so you can effectively manage your terms and commitments with your suppliers.